How's everybody doing? Give you guys a quick update on the Sonoma. This little Kubota engine does great. This is starting the 5th week of driving it to work. I haven't had any problems out of it. I put a belt on it here a while back, and that's about all I've done to it until today. Just changed the oil in it, greased the chain and the bearing and everything, and took the oil that I pulled out of the motor and poured it directly in my fuel tank. And I did take the rear bumper off of it and took the passenger seat out of it because nobody rides with me. I'm just driving it to work and back. I thought about taking the doors off of it, but I like it being sealed when it rains because I do drive it to work every day. That 1 gallon tank will last all week. I drive about 120 miles on that one tank. And yeah, I can't complain about this thing. It does fantastic. So yeah, but it's funny, it's like whenever I change the oil, I just dump it directly in the fuel tank because it doesn't care what you put in it. It just runs and does what it's supposed to, and everybody making fun of it. And yeah, keep making fun of it because it literally costs me nothing to drive. I have lots of used oil laying around. Yeah, there's really nothing to say. It works great. That clutch doesn't even get hot enough to burn the grease off of it. There's still grease on there from the last time I greased the chain. There's a different color grease. There's purple on there, and then there's some red on top of it from today. I don't know if you can see it or not, but everything's doing better than expected. Thought about taking the door panels off and skinning the doors. Like, I've been wanting to do that anyway when it had the V8 in it, because for all the people watching this that haven't seen this before, it used to have a DZ302 Chevy V8 that I built, and had an eagle crank, scat rods, icon forged pistons, aluminum heads that I ported, Victor Jr. intake that I ported, shaft mount roller rockers. It was a really stout engine, but it got 4 miles to the gallon. So this gets 120 something ish miles to the gallon and doesn't even think about caring. You know, it just does what it's supposed to. So I really don't need like the front bumper and the grill and the fenders and the hood and all that stuff up here, but it would look so weird without it. So I'm going to leave the hood and stuff on it for now, but what I'd eventually like to do is, there's next week's fuel. What I would eventually like to do is put a 3-cylinder diesel in it, or better yet, just build another one out of the other black S10 and put a 3-cylinder in it. But I don't know, I got another transmission right there that I could use, and I got the yoke to go in it and the drive shaft that I could cut up and make my own drive shaft and stuff. And I got another drive shaft for that other truck anyway, so it's not a big deal. I thought about building another one, but this one works really good. I might just keep driving it. I don't know. It would be nice to have another 10 horsepower or so, you know, because then I could get it up to highway speeds. But right now, I raised the governor twice, and I keep turning up the injection pump. Then it was making the oil dirty, so I turned it down a little bit. So it's actually, it smokes black a little bit, but not too bad. But I got it going 36 mile an hour, like steady, and I just kind of took my die grinder with a carbide bit and cut the throttle stop back a little farther, and kind of there's a bolt in the nut, and I did cut it off flat, and it was, you know, it made a pretty big difference. So now I'd cut a nice groove in that nut to where it can pull more throttle into it, and I raised it up a little more, and without doing anything internally, all I've done is turn the injector pump up and cheat the governor a little bit, and it does 36, and now I think I can maybe get 40 out of it, because it does real like a real solid 36. But if I could get 40 out of it, that would be pretty cool. But I'm more worried about, like I said, weight reduction, getting rid of stuff, and getting it to take off faster. Because top speed ain't a big a deal as getting it to take off faster so I can jump in and out of traffic easier. But anyway, there's an update video on that thing. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.